Hi, it's Joe Keefe, editor of MarineNews and Maritime Logistics Professional. We're here with Maritime Reporter TV, and this afternoon at SMM 2016, PJ Beylier, Chief Executive Officer of Speedcast, has come in to visit us. PJ, how are you doing this afternoon?
I'm very well, thank you. Thank you for having me here today.
You're welcome. So we have a few questions for you here today, and I want to start off by asking about the most important question on everybody's mind. Tell us about the acquisition of WINS. What does it mean for your firm and the broader market in general?
It's a very exciting acquisition for us. WINS fills two important gaps we have in our approach to the maritime sector. One, and very importantly, as we are in Hamburg, a strong foothold in Germany. We didn't have a presence in this very important, large shipping market. So we now have a presence with DH Intercom, which was part of the WINS Group, a long-time provider of L-band services with a very established customer base. And secondly, WINS has a significant business based out of Malta, servicing the cruise industry. This acquisition allows us to enter the cruise market with over 100 vessels that we're serving now in the Mediterranean Sea. And we're very excited at looking how we can develop that business on a more global basis, leveraging the presence, the capabilities that Speedcast has on every continent. So very exciting development for us. Strong presence in Germany, diversification into cruise.
Very good. Actually, very exciting. So tell us a little bit about your portfolio now has expanded and your maritime penetration has expanded. What kind of market percentage do you think you have in the sectors that you're in?
I think we're a high single-digit market share, probably 7-8%. So we still have some way to go, but we are probably now among the top 3-4 players in the sector. I think we've executed well. We're getting to a scale that is really interesting and that allows us to really support our customers on a global basis wherever they operate. We have presence, field engineering presence on every continent and in major ports. So I think we're in a good shape.
Very good. What's the outlook for the European maritime market right now? Is there room for growth? And if there's room for growth, what sectors will your company focus?
Well, first, there is room for growth across all sectors just by the fact that most of our customers need more and more bandwidth. The digital ship, the connected ship, as they're getting used to having a broadband pipe on board, it enables new applications that are driving more bandwidth. So definitely there is growth with existing customers needing more bandwidth. Secondly, as Speedcast, we are experiencing growth in various segments of the market. Certainly in commercial shipping, where the penetration of VSAT is still relatively low. We've talked about the German market here. There's still a lot of room to install VSATs on vessels that don't have VSATs today. We have last year in July made an acquisition in other big shipping market in Europe. The other big one, apart from Germany, which is Greece. Okay. The penetration of VSAT in the Greek market is very low, but it's starting now. So definitely interesting growth there. In the yachting market, we are growing significantly. It's a market that we really started to focus on about 2 to 3 years ago. Over the summer, we had about 100 yachts in the Mediterranean on our network. So that's a market that is growing as well. Obviously, the offshore market is down right now, but we have a number of good customers that have business, that are operating, and we still have today a few hundred vessels, offshore vessels on our network. So it's not growing, but we anticipate it will again, if not in 2017, in 2018, as the whole sector rebounds. And last but not least, our entry into the cruise market, exciting one. We have a leadership position in Europe. We will have to maintain that position and see how we can even grow it further, combining the capabilities of WINS and the firepower of Speedcast.
Very good. So I have two more questions. I'm going to switch up the order of them because we were talking about bandwidth. We were talking about data, and big data is on everybody's mind. Where does that figure into Speedcast's business model as you look forward? And how do you guys rank in terms of being able to provide that bandwidth to the vessels?
I think we rank very well. First, we're a technology agnostic company, a frequency agnostic company. So we are one of the very few service providers that has a complete portfolio of services. We have our own global Ku-band network, where there's a lot of bandwidth potentially available in the future with all the capacity coming up, both with wide beams and high throughput satellites. We are a key partner of Inmarsat with their Fleet Express service. We have a global C-band service for customers really looking for very high service availability. But primarily looking at Ku-band and Ka-band, there is plenty of bandwidth available both on our Ku-band network and the high throughput satellites coming up, and on Fleet Express. So we're very well positioned from a perspective of providing large bandwidth to support big data requirements. But what we're really interested at, and what we're investing into, is also our ability to provide our customers with more than just the connectivity, to help them with a number of challenges they're facing. Cybersecurity is obviously one that is in everybody's mind right now, so we're investing in that. Further developing crew welfare, crew entertainment, IoT condition monitoring, etc. is an area that will grow tremendously over the next 5 years. What role can we play beyond just providing the backhaul for the data is something we're looking at. So a lot of interesting developments and questions we're asking ourselves, with one objective in mind, which is how can we bring more value to our customers and help them with their daily challenges.
Okay, fair enough. So I have one more question, and you already did a pretty good job of answering it already through that last question, but I'm going to ask it anyway. So if you had to say there was one thing that differentiates Speedcast from the rest of the market in the maritime sector, if you will, what is it? And why do you bring it?
Am I limited to one thing, or can I say two?
Maybe you can say two.
Two. I'll stop with two. I think one, and it's recognized by our customers, is our agility and flexibility. It's at the heart of the success of the company since we started the company 16 years ago now. And as we get bigger and bigger, today Speedcast it's 500 staff dedicated to providing best-in-class satellite communications to our customers. So we're a much bigger organization today, obviously. The key challenge and the key focus of the organization is to keep that agility and responsiveness, flexibility, because it's a competitive advantage today. The second thing I would say is that we are investing significantly on developing our own capabilities rather than outsourcing, with the objective of keeping control of the quality of the services we're offering. So it is the fact that we're owning all our iDirect infrastructure for the global K-band network. We own a lot of the teleports that we're using. It's also the fact that we are expanding the number of field engineers we have around the world. It's probably around 80 right now, to have Speedcast employed and trained engineers around the world, wherever our customers operate, to ensure the level of support, maintenance that they expect. And I strongly believe we can do it better with Speedcast staff than by outsourcing it to a large number of partners. So I think those are two important things that differentiate us from a number of our competitors.
Very well. Fair enough. And listen, I appreciate you taking time. I know it's busy here at SMM. You got 1 or 2 more days here, but thanks for coming by.
Thank you so much.